I'm one of those people where I don't care how broke I am, I will never want extra hours at a job. I really hate working. Like, I'm about to piss off all of the feminists in the world. Why did we ever make it a thing that women have to go into the workforce?
I don't wanna go to work right now.
Seems like to me, pretty privilege has its limits. Modern women just can't stand being an adult.
Every time I open this app, I see content about why do women have to work?
I no longer want to be an independent woman. Here's why. I've gone through the struggle of doing everything for myself because I can't do everything for myself.
Anybody else just feeling tired of being a mom, working mom at that?
They've made independent their whole personality. Now they're trying to crawl back to men. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
People will be like, find a job you love and you won't work a day in your life. Bitch, I just don't want to work. Shut the fuck up.
I've been working so much, like every single day. I can't even stay at my beach house with my family. Like, I am never able to do anything anymore.
Serious question here. Are there men out there who are genuinely really kind, like to do things for you, like to take care of you, without expecting things in return? And by expecting things in return, I don't mean like certain favors or like, I guess expecting like kind of returns. I mean like expecting you not to complain about anything, not to get upset about things, or like, yeah, like not expecting you to act a certain way. Does that exist?
Actually, yes, there are men out there who are genuinely kind and do things for you without expecting anything, but those men get used the most and get tossed to the side. They're the ones who show up when you need help, who listen without judgment, and who offer support simply because they care. But sadly, people often see their kindness as something they can exploit, taking advantage of their generosity and then casting them aside once they've gotten what they want. But that's no longer the case. Some of these men have had enough of putting up with that and getting nothing in return. Those men are learning their worth.
Go ahead, so we're continuing, right? Where you don't need me? You said you needed beans to finish your cooking? Go jump for it. Go. Jump for it. Jump for it. Get it. You don't need me, right?
Can we all collectively agree that it's not that we hate our jobs, we just don't want to work? Because I don't. And I know that y'all don't either. Like, who wants to work and exchange your time for money to do something that you probably hate for the next, depending on how old you are, 30, 40, 50 years with the way that things are going? Like, can we all just like say that we really just don't want to work? Like, I want to do something that I enjoy and also make money. I don't want to clock in for somebody else to make somebody else's business successful and hate my life. So can we all just say what that is? Coming back from a holiday break, I always see these videos like, I fucking hate my job. No, yeah, you do hate your job, but you also hate working. Just like, that's just what it is. We've been so conditioned to feel like we have to be working and we have to be doing this in order to support ourselves and be like a contributing member to this society. But like, it sucks. I don't care. I don't want to work. Sorry.
Well, congrats on becoming an adult, madam. But working is just part of being a grown-up. If you're not finding something to keep you occupied, then what exactly would you be doing? So many women these days are saying they don't want to work and just wish they had a man to take care of their needs so they could lie around and do nothing. But that's not how real life works. And this is equality, right? Walking in the shoes of men, being in the workforce and all. Shouldn't they be happy?
What's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore?
Being an independent woman. It's often a trauma response, and we're wired to connect and receive support.
Y'all, this ain't it. This ain't it. This whole working every day, like, and to be broke. Like, this ain't it. I can't.
You know what? Put me back in the kitchen. Grab me by my apron, respectfully, and put me back in the kitchen, because equal pay, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, down. Down. They didn't tell us, women, you can finally have a credit card, but you're gonna have to change your own tire. But you're gonna have to be an entrepreneur. But you're gonna have to learn to pay your taxes. No. No. Let me bake a nice goddamn sourdough. Because men used to build buildings, and now what are they? No. I didn't do equal pay for... No.
Oh wow. What do you know? Apparently some women still value the idea of family and roles. Now she wants to be in the kitchen all of a sudden, embracing the very things she used to ignore. A lot of these women used to be against that because they were chasing goals, careers, and even status. Funny how things change when reality hits hard, and suddenly creating a warm home or supporting a partner doesn't seem so old-fashioned. For all the talk about being independent, there's a new appreciation for the stability, purpose, and fulfillment that family life brings. Now, the kitchen and family life aren't seen as limits.
A true man, a real man, they don't wait to be asked. They may hear that you have an appointment and they may just offer you a credit card or give you a wage reoccurringly.
I'm about to piss off all of the feminists in the world. Why did we ever make it a thing that women have to go into the workforce? I was thinking pretty hard about this, and I was actually just talking to one of my best friends, and I think that I would be A-okay if I never, ever had to step foot into the workplace ever again. I'm not like big into the whole cooking thing and cleaning thing, but if somebody came to me and was like, I will allow you to stay home if you just clean the house, if you cook me a nice little dinner here and there, you take care of the dogs, you take care of our future kids, that's pretty appealing. And like, I totally get the other end of the spectrum where like, you don't want to be reliant on somebody else. But with the amount of hours that everybody has to work and the minimal benefits that we actually get nowadays, I mean, I'm pretty ready to be somebody's bitch point.
In case you didn't hear that last part, she said, I'm ready to be somebody's bitch at this point. But in this woman's case, she probably wouldn't last long with the type of man she's looking for, simply because she can't cook. How are you expecting someone to fulfill his duties and provide for you when you can't even do your part? If you're relying on someone to provide everything while you can't even handle the basics, like cooking or supporting them in the home, how can you expect that dynamic to work long-term? It's a one-sided approach, and eventually it'll break down. This is really becoming a trend now, by the way, where modern women are stepping out of their delusion and realizing that family matters, or maybe they just need help or support because they can't handle working in the field anymore.
After 25 years in corporate America, 20 years married and 5 years divorced, I've changed my stance on marrying for money. I will be doing that. I want to eat, nap, and have hot sex. I'm bringing nothing else to the table. Now accepting applications.
You're a feminist?
Yeah.
What is the difference between a feminist and a knife?
What sort of a comparison is that? I don't understand.
Threaten to answer.
Yeah.
At least a knife has a point.
This is just another one of those videos. So this woman is crying because she's overwhelmed with her job, but instead of doing so privately, she hit record on her phone instead for validation. Amazing.
If you're a man and you're dating a woman, if you're a straight man, and you don't act like the sun rises and sets on your girl's ass, you are not in love. And move on. Let her go. Because it's so embarrassing. I can't imagine being a man and not being a man. Like, not acting like a man, not surprising your girl, not showing her how much you love her, not keeping your word. If you're with a girl and you don't treat her like everything, then you don't love her. Move the f*** on. If you don't wake up and think, ooh, I can't wait to make money to be with her, to make her happy, to fulfill her life.
If there is one thing I know, it's that men are not attracted to entitlement. And that is not to say that a man won't give everything to the right woman, including making her happy, giving her surprises, and of course, keeping his word. The problem is when that man can't find the right woman that's worth giving it to.
First of all, you never want to do that. If you treat her like a queen, she will treat you like a fan. Women who say things like this don't reciprocate the same expectations. They want to be put on a pedestal, but often don't see the value in elevating their partner in the same way. It's like they expect to be worshipped while offering little in return. The idea that a man should constantly praise and cater to them without giving the same respect or effort in return is insane. In reality, these women want validation and admiration, but are rarely willing to give the same in return, leaving their partner feeling unappreciated or even used. Keep the entitlement to yourself, lady.
I used to have a boyfriend who owned a lot of property across like Surrey, Hampshire and London. Some of them were rented out, some were Airbnbs, and some of them were just empty property. And under the bed, I found some pink blankets and a pink hot water bottle. So I took them to him and I was like, who the frick are these pink things? And why are they in your house? He said, well, I'm actually going to sell this house and I thought it looked like a bit of a lad's pad, so I just wanted to make it a bit more feminine, so I borrowed some stuff off my mum to put out for viewings. Maybe I'm dumb, but that is the most believable lie anyone has ever told me. Long story short, it actually turned out that they did belong to another woman, and he actually had 2 other girlfriends, 2 other entire lives. I was the third, so they were there first, and those 2 girls both lived in other properties that he owned.
Women are not meant to be working these 40-hour-a-week corporate desk jobs. I saw it again today, a really pretty girl walking down the street with her corporate t-shirt, jeans, a backpack, her thermos, looking depressed as all hell walking into her job. It's the saddest thing ever. This girl should not be going to some stupid desk job to sit in a cubicle and report to some asshole boss all day. She should be in a sundress, going to a farmer's market, tanning by the pool, doing yoga, doing Pilates, stuff like that.
Damn. We need more men like that in the world. Fuck. And I am so sure that man got so much hate on that video from all these wannabe feminists out there. But gosh darn it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I need more men like that out there because I am more than happy. I'm more than happy to give up that 9-to-5 life. I'm more than happy to put a sundress on and walk around a farmer's market. I don't even like farmer's markets. But if that's what I need to do all day long, to not work a 9-to-5, I'm down. I am so down to clown Christian. Are you like running for president, sir? Is there a way to get you in office so you can start to enact these policies and make it illegal for a woman to work 40 hours? Because I would love that. I mean, logistically it'd be a little bit difficult because there's so many single mothers out there, but I feel like if there was a way to hold men accountable or to hold partners accountable for treating their significant others correctly and making enough money so that way their other significant other, their woman or their whatever you want to call it, could stay at home, I would love that. Logistics would be difficult, but let's do it. Let's figure out a way to make this work because I'm tired of being a working girly. I really am. I have been in my masculine era for a very long time and I'm tired. A lot of women are tired. I don't even have kids yet and I'm fucking tired. I would love to just be able to soak in my feminine energy, to be able to just put makeup on, get my hair done, look hot when I get home. I'll cook a meal for my man. I'll clean his shoes. I'll go back to cleaning the house, feeding the kids, you know. I'll homeschool my kids. Can that be my job? I want to be a 1950s housewife. Yeah, 1950s. 1920s. 1920s sounds like a good time. I think that's what we should go back to. 1920s.
Actually, there are men like that in the world. Some just remain invisible to most women, and some men just aren't interested in playing the father role in a woman's life. But if women want to be provided for, they need to earn that from their man. Another issue that we have today is that modern women aren't the same women from the 1950s like this woman mentioned. They want everything to be about them, but forget that relationships are about give and take. Nothing should be handed over without mutual effort and respect. But here's the confusion. This is what women wanted, right? They wanted the freedom to work, to be independent, and to earn their own income. Yet now this woman is suggesting society should hold men accountable to pay for women lifestyle just because they want to laze around. This is completely insane, especially when it comes down to basic fairness and equality. If a woman chooses not to contribute equally, why should she expect someone else to cover her costs? What happened to being a strong woman?
I'm one of those people where I don't care how broke I am. I will never want extra hours at a job. I will never cover for anyone. I really want to work as least as possible. Whenever bosses say, do you want extra hours, or like, do you want to work these days? Absolutely not. And I hate when they act like they're gifting it to me. Like, would you like more hours? That is like throw up to me. Absolutely. Like, I really would love less hours. I would rather be extremely broke with free time than rich and working all the time. I really hate working, like hate. I think I'd be better off as like a farmer, or honestly like a landscaper. I think that I like that better because it's actual work.
Here are 4 reasons on why I will never get a job. Number 1, if I get a job, they will cut off my food stamps. And I'm not gonna fucking risk that shit. How dumb would I be to get a job and then they're either gonna cut my stamps in half or take them away completely? Not gonna happen. Then that means that I have to take out money from my pocket to pay for food. No thanks. Number 2, I am not a morning person. There is no way that you'll see me awake before 11 o'clock. It's just not gonna happen. And that morning traffic is ridiculous. So no, I'd rather be in bed. 3rd reason why I don't work, or I'm not gonna ever work, is because then I would have to pay bills. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna work just to pay rent, pay utilities. Not gonna happen. My husband could do all that. No thanks. I'd rather spend my money going out, eating, buying stuff, not paying bills. So what's the point of working if I have to waste it on bills? Just not gonna happen. And the 4th reason is because I am allergic to responsibilities. Every time I try, it's just, no. I break out in highs. Like, I'm literally allergic to it. I just can't do it. So at the end of the day, why waste energy working when the government sends me checks to live my best life?
Wow, at least she said it. She's a woman allergic to responsibilities. If that's really her reason for not wanting to work, then I think her husband might need a new wife, because this woman isn't wifey material at all. She's like the unemployment final boss, really sticking to her lifestyle and living off the backs of others while she does nothing. I always say, watch out for parasites and leeches, but this woman fits into both categories. She's the type who will latch onto anyone willing to give her what she wants without putting in any effort. She thrives off others' hard work and sacrifices, draining them dry while she sits back and does nothing. The problem with people like her is that they're never satisfied. They constantly demand more, but can't return anything of value. Her husband really made a mistake in choosing a proper wife.
Women only care about money. Women only care about money. Here's the thing.
Oh, there's a thing?
If men could collectively figure out how to have a net positive impact on women's lives without money, then we wouldn't care about money.
It would also really be great if some would stop thinking that groups of people do things collectively. But is it just me, or did they actually admit that the women that actually think in that manner really do only care about money?
I can see that a lot of ladies that don't agree with my mentality, which is to be with a man that is a provider, don't agree with me because they think that by me telling them to be with a man that provides, it's the same thing as me telling them to be codependent and to rely financially on a man. Have you guys ever heard the saying, my money is my money and his money is our money? That's what I mean.
You need help.
If you are a woman and you are in a relationship with a man that has no money and cannot provide for you fully, and I mean everything you need, such as a house, money to live on, and basically everything you need to be provided for as a woman, hair, makeup, shopping, then you are dating the wrong man. You should only date a man who can fully provide for you.
Well, I think it's the other way around. If a woman is unable to provide for herself and take care of her own needs, that man needs to find another woman, because that woman isn't his daughter. If she can't handle her own responsibilities, whether it's financially, emotionally, or otherwise, then she's not bringing anything to the table. A man should want a partner, not someone he has to take care of or constantly support. If she isn't capable of handling her own life, that's a sign she isn't ready for a serious, equal partnership. Men deserve a woman who can stand beside them, contribute, and grow together, not someone who expects to be carried through life.